this is how to do curtsy lunges. You start standing from this exercise and you have the option to have heavy weights, one weight in each hand, or use your own body weight's resistance. No weights needed at all. If you have weights, they'll hang long down by your hips for the entire duration of the exercise. If you do not have weights, your hands can be on your hips or holding on to something for balance. You'll start standing nice and tall, and you'll start with your feet together, heels together, toes apart. So you could almost slide a nice little piece of pie right between those feet. So the toes are turned slightly outward, but not all the way out. So if you're standing facing 12 o'clock, the toes are pointed towards like 11 and 1 o'clock. So starting standing tall, keeping those shoulders down, relaxed away from the ears, you're going to step into your lunge. So I'm going to take the right foot and I'm going to step it back. And again, if we're facing the clock and we're standing on a clock and forward is 12 o'clock, I'm going to take those right toes and step them back and then crossing the midline slightly to 7 o'clock. So they're approximately behind that left hip. The toes are still slightly turned outward. The right heel is lifted, so that left foot stays flat, right heel is lifted. Now I'm going to bend both knees and sink my hips down towards the ground. That front knee, that left knee stays stacked over the left ankle, and that back knee stays underneath that right hip. But with the toes apart and the heels together at the beginning, that's going to have us have a little outward rotation through the knees. So the knees will point slightly outward instead of forward, and that'll fire up through the inner and outer thighs a little bit more through the exercise. So then you'll step back together, heels together, toes apart, and then you can take your left foot, step it back towards 5 o'clock, toes still slightly angled open, and then sink those hips down, chest stays proud, stacked over those hips, and with those knees slightly pointed outward, again, more focus on the inner and outer thighs through the low body strengthening exercise. So when you step those feet back, make sure they're crossing the midline of the body, but they're still within the frame of the body, not going wider than the hips themselves. That is how to do curtsy lunges. Thanks for tuning in.